Ladies and gents, boys and girls, join me, Joe, in another great product spotlight video from Mount Baker Vapor. And let's dive down and take a look at our special product we have with us today, the VaporessoTarot Nano Starter Kit. Let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Here's our up-close look at the VaporessoTarot Nano Starter Kit. What we got here is a nice lime green color. These are really popular, one of the most popular colors I would say the Vaporesso offers. They do this on a lot of their other mods, and these things just fly right off the shelf. Let's go ahead and slide this bad boy right out of its package. You see the way they box it up all nice and neat for you. Got a nice little fold open package here. Inside this box here to the left, you are going to get a USB cable. Solid USB cable. A lot of the USB cables you get with some of these units, they're not very durable, but this one's kind of like this nice, almost like this coiled up, slightly metal, very bendable, flexible. Gotta love it. Got an extra coil there. The VaporessoTarot Nano uses what they call EUC coils. You can't get these from Vaporesso. Come in a 5-pack and they have multiple ohm ratings on them. Let's go ahead and pop the box open. We've got the mod itself. Nice and compact. Really solid. You can really tell there's a very solid metal here. This thing could really take a beating, I'm sure, if you drop it. Not going to see too much damage. You've got your matching tank. Got this nice lime green O-ring. Very large wicking holes for the coil and for that juice to get through. Top airflow. This is going to be a great tank for pretty much everybody, but it's going to give you a little bit more restrictive hit. More of a mouth to lung style than a direct to lung, but I think it's great for both users, especially somebody looking for something nice and compact with a built-in battery. This does have a 2500 mAh built-in battery. 2500 mAh is a pretty decent size, especially with the ratings that you're gonna have on these coils. Juice tank is a 2 mil juice tank, which comes with extra glass and extra O-rings. Always nice to have those just in case you need them. Let's go ahead and throw this together and fill it up with some juice, vape on it and talk about it. We're gonna go ahead and unscrew the bottom of the tank here. You can see that just slides right off. Now these coils are a little different, they just slide right in. So if you look down inside there, this middle section is what the coil actually is. There's not really any threads on the bottom of the coil or on the top. You kind of just slide it right down in. I'll see if I can wiggle it out for you. Oh yeah, you can see it comes right out. And pretty small, flat on top, flat on bottom. Very easy to use. Now I'd imagine these aren't packed too tightly with cotton, but it's always great to prime your coil, that way you don't burn it. Some of my favorite juice right here, Mount Baker Vapor's very own hawk sauce. Pretty great stuff. You want a nice berry flavor with a little bit of a menthol finish to it. It's a good all-day vape. A little something for everybody here. I could vape this all day, and I usually do vape this all day. We've got that nice and wicked up. All you're gonna do is slide your coil with the open end right back down into your tank here. Just pops right in. Screw back on the airflow ring. Make sure that glass stays seated nice and tight. It does wiggle a little bit. Screw that bad boy right on there. Now this tank is going to be a top fill tank. Almost similar to the Cleto, if you've ever seen the Cleto, where the whole top cap comes off. So when you put the juice in, you don't want it going in the center here. You want it going down in between the chimney, which is this round metal portion, and the glass. Let's squeeze some of our hot sauce right into there. And that's about where you want to fill it. You don't want to fill it up and over. You will get a lot of leakage. It's on this is going to kind of like spill out the sides, and you will get some spit back. Not so much leakage because this is top airflow, like I said earlier. Nice smooth 510 connection. Fits right here, and you gotta love that center mounted 510. It just looks nice and clean. Mod works well for everybody, whether you're right-handed or left-handed. You're getting that consistent draw on it all the time. We got our tank seated nice and flush. See how clean it looks. Let's go ahead and turn this on, 5 clicks. And it recognizes that there is a new coil. And it asks you, is this an old load or a new load? This is new, it's a new coil, so hit the up button. I gotta say that's the one con on these and the Vaporesso devices. I do love them, but you kind of have to just get used to the orientation of those buttons. This is a plus, this is the negative. They're not clearly labeled, but it's a minor drawback. And you can even see with the Omni chipset that it has in there, it recognizes the minimum wattage that this needs to be at. So it's at 0.43, and it set our wattage to 40 watts. The coil, I believe, is recommended for 40 to 60 watts. So I'm going to go ahead and crank it up to 50. I like a little bit of a warmer vape. You can see how well you can adjust that wattage very quickly. You can also adjust through the many modes that are offered in this. I mean, it's a very customizable device. And what Vaporesso has done, they actually have a button here that will cycle you through your modes. So rather than having to find the right combination, is it the left and right together, or the minus and the fire button to cycle through modes, all you do is hold this button down, and you can see it cycles through the temp modes. And it's got a couple different memory functions for temp. It's got a bypass. Those are your system settings. If you click in there, then you can make various adjustments as far as the strength of the vape, so hard, medium, soft, you know, the amount of power that's going to be fed through there, which is also very nice. So that's the Tarot Nano kit all set up and ready to vape. So let's go ahead and head back up, vape on it, and talk about it. Now that we've got our Tarot Nano all set up and ready to go, I've got it set at 50 watts on the 0.43 coils, airflow about halfway open, top airflow like I said. Battery came almost all the way charged. I mean, it's missing like one little bar, but can't complain about that. I mean, whenever I get a mod, if I can vape it right out of the box, that's great. So let's go ahead and take a rip and see what she's like. There's that hot sauce getting nice menthol finish. The berry's still coming through really crisp. Gotta love that hot sauce. Like I said, it is more of a mouth to lung style, so it is a restrictive airflow, but that's halfway open and at 50 watts. Let's go ahead and crank that airflow all the way open. So now I got her wide open. Now, the flavor was already really good. Very intense flavor, especially for only running at 50 watts. Let's go ahead and see how it tastes now. Dense vapor, and the flavor is still phenomenal, but I'm really happy with the airflow wide open. And if you're more of a direct to lung smoker or vapor, you're gonna love this. I mean, it's great. This product fits everybody, and you gotta love that lime green. Make sure you pick yours up at mountbakervapor.com. Make sure to comment on our videos below, like and share. And as always, thanks for joining us, and I will see you next time.